know it. So that was appraisal, ILC, inspection, property insurance inspection, or objection deadline. So we're not gonna know if the house is in a floodplain. We're not gonna know if the house has burned down and been rebuilt. We're not gonna know a lot about it. We're guessing at what we can see. So you're gonna send the property to your insurance provider and say, hey, tell me everything you know about this. What's my insurance going to cost me? Mm-hmm. They're gonna take a quick look at it and see, wow, there's been 0 claims against this property since it's been built. Your insurance rate would be such and such. Or, wow, there's been 15 claims in the last 2 years. That seems odd. Make sure all this work has actually been done. And it gives us the ability to then ask that seller, hey, did you do all the work that was needed from these insurance losses, yes or no? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It doesn't mean you can't buy the house. It's just information you want to know.
No, exactly.
So that's that one. Due diligence documents is really the catch-all. Is there anything else? Do you have the manual for the garage door opener? Because I have no idea how to program this thing. I'd love to see the manual. Do you have the manual and the warranty that came with this new fridge that you installed? Or is the new fridge really a 6-month-old fridge you bought off of Craigslist and it has no warranty, which isn't? So we'd like to see those documents, whatever we can get about the property.
I've got your whole box full.
I know you do. I've seen the way you keep things. I know you do. This one you won't have, conditional sale deadline, it just won't be in there. You don't have to sell your house in order to buy another house.
Okay.
So we'll remove that one. When you're selling your house, the buyer may have a house to sell. And so we might see you listed right here a date. Let's say closing is in 2 weeks, or let's say closing's in a month. We just get the contract today. They want to close at the end of the month, 30 days from now. And we're gonna look here and we're gonna look and say, oh, in 28 days, they have 28 days to sell their house. If they don't sell their house, what happens? Well, they can terminate the purchase contract and not buy your house.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to really investigate this conditional sale and make sure we're comfortable with it, or push that deadline back, or. And then you see the difference on these. We have closing date, possession time. We got a little specific on this one. Everything else is end of the day, midnight. This one we actually said, hey, what about the time? And what we mean by that is we might close tomorrow, and that would be the 23rd. So you're gonna close and you're gonna get possession on the 23rd at 3 o'clock. And so we're trying to be specific so that people know that they're not gonna sleep there tomorrow night and then wake up and then leave at midnight and you can get the keys in the morning. It's just not how it's gonna work. We're gonna set a specific time.
Right.
This is where Terry was telling you there can be 60 days difference. You can buy a house and not move into it for 60 days and it's still not considered an investment property. As soon as you start generating rent or the seller stays in that house for 61 days, the lending institution says, well, that's an investment property. You didn't buy it with the intent to move in, so it's an investment. So you can't use our loan for that. And so those two can't be more than 60 days apart with the loan type you're using. With a reverse mortgage, it won't work. They'll give you up to 60, but not more than.